Well, good evening, everyone, and good evening, Damon. It's awesome to have a few minutes to have a conversation together, and always enjoy spending time with you. I know you're out there in Colorado, absolutely living your dream, which is really exciting to watch you do. And as a national director with ID Life, it's awesome to be doing life with you. And of course, we were talking earlier, and this conversation of some of the myths that we hear about came up, and what a great topic to have a real short conversation on. So we're going to spend a few minutes, no more than about 20 minutes, and just kind of cover a few of these, and we'll probably do more than one of these conversations just to kind of help people understand what our industry of direct sales, or a lot of people call it network marketing, is all about. So with that being said, again, Damon, I appreciate you being on the call and taking a few minutes again to help dispel some of these myths here. So
absolutely, my pleasure, Ty.
Awesome. All right, so let's get into it. We want to make sure we maximize our time here. So listen, myth number one, and there are a bunch of these, but let's start off with this one. A lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people, but occasionally we'll hear people say, "Oh man, the market's saturated," or maybe they'll ask if the market's saturated. So, what's your outlook and your experience with that?
I actually was one of those that asked that question when I thought about possibly becoming a network marketer, a professional one. That was one of my first questions is, what's the saturation rate where I was? And I launched down in Tampa, Florida. And I learned, and I've learned over the last 8 years being with this company, that it really doesn't matter. So that's where I want to be the myth buster, is even though I was concerned with it originally, I've since learned that has nothing to do with the success you may enjoy in a company like ours. Because it comes down to the kind of a grit factor, and I don't know, I wasn't hung up on that, which was good. I've seen companies that are 30, 40, 50 years old where people join them and they still make really nice income. So yeah, that's my experience. Is I was one of those, oh, it's a saturated market, how saturated, to okay, that's a myth. It doesn't matter. How about you? Did you have any of those thoughts when you got in?
I sure do. Sorry about that, Damon. I was getting some feedback there. All of a sudden, I had to get rid of that. My apologies, everybody. If anybody heard an echo, I apologize for that. But yeah, Damon, that's some great insight on that. And when it comes to that saturation question, the last time I checked, I think I saw the population in the United States, which, by the way, at the current time as we're speaking, is the only place that we're doing business. We've got 320, maybe 330 million people in the country. And last time I checked, we were nowhere near that as total associate count with ID Life. So as a matter of fact, I think, I don't even know, it might be in the 30,000 range. So I think we're just scratching the surface. I think by the time everybody in the country knows who we are, because we're definitely not a household name yet. But honestly, that's one of the exciting parts about this. And when you consider that saturation question or the issue, the fact that, literally, we're one of America's best kept secrets. It is an exciting time, and it is actually the perfect time to be a part of this company. And, listen, there are some companies that have been in business for 50, 60 years that are household names, and they're still growing. So one of the exciting things about this industry is when you find a company like ours, again, we're with ID Life, and you have the timing that we have and the positioning that we have, this is the time to be a part of this company, a part of this movement. So it's a great question that some people pose, but definitely does not apply in our case. So, and again, we're going to become an international and really a global company at some point. So we're just at the very, very beginning of a huge growth curve. So we're nowhere near saturated. So
Yeah.
what's one of the other myths that you've heard, Damon?
I get this a lot. I mean, this one is a big one for people. They say, only the people at the top make money. Well, Ty, you know where I stand with that. And I'm going to share it with you guys. Is the best part of when you start a business like this versus a traditional business, you are the top of the company. Your upline, when you join a company like this, it really doesn't matter what your upline's doing. It doesn't matter how much money they're making. You are the top, you are the CEO of your company. So when you sign on, you get the tax breaks, you get the income, you get to grow it as fast or as slow as you want. And so that myth right there, I've had people in my organization blow past me as far as making money, blow past me. I've seen it in our company, blow past us in ranks, so there's no validation to what that says. And if a company is like that, beware. That's what I will say. If you find a company that doesn't allow you to have somebody pass you, or you can't pass a person above you money-wise or rank-wise, stay away from that one. But so what's your experience, Ty?
Yeah, man, that's right on the money. That's another interesting myth about this industry. What you said is so true. We're blessed with an amazing team, and it's really a pretty large one within our company, and that part is very humbling to me. But I can assure you, there are plenty of people that are a part of our team that we're honored to work with that are making more than my wife Holly and I are. So that's actually one of the things I love about this industry, is that once again, the first myth I would say we could safely call that busted. The second myth, we're going to be able to call this one busted as well. Just a little. I hate to spoil the ending of this one for everybody, but one of the things I love about this is just that fact. Listen, let's compare this to the traditional quote unquote work world. The likelihood of somebody having permission or the ability to make more money than their boss, okay, it was the person they directly report to, and especially the higher you go above that person, the likelihood of you making more money than that person is pretty darn low. And I would say in most cases, it just doesn't exist. So with this, it is very different. And, not that I'm going to name names, obviously, but I can think of so many people that are a part of our team where, they introduced the business to somebody else, and the person they shared it with took the ball and ran with it. Well, that may have been the only person that the other person, who we call their sponsor in this industry, that may have been the only person that was introduced to ID Life by their sponsor. They may have done absolutely nothing else. Well, the one takes the ball and runs with it. The other person, the way this is designed is it's designed so you get out of it what you put into it. And it's designed so that if you don't put in work, then the people that you introduce to it and introduce it to can pass you. And why wouldn't it be that way? What more fair business model is there than that makes sure that you as an individual do not have a limit, that there's nothing that the person who shared this with you can do to hold you back. Quite the opposite. You can help them tremendously. They can help you tremendously. They can lock arms with you, and you can win together, but there's nothing stopping you from winning on your own. And again, and as Damon, as you already said, we're all the CEO of our own business. So and what I love about this, and obviously there are many things I love about the industry and obviously about ID Life, but we literally win when we help other people win.
Yes.
And the more we help other people win, the more we win. And I'm going to sum up my thoughts on this in this way. Our CEO, who's one of my best friends, just an amazing, has an amazing history in this industry, and the number of people that he's helped, the number of people that he's served, the number of people. Listen, I'm just going to call it what it is. The number of lives he's changed is I don't even know the number. It's that big. I'm blessed to be one of them. Obviously, Damon, I know you are as well. But the way he describes this industry is this: network marketing is work, 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 get paid. Notice how much work you had to do to get paid just the first time, right? Work, 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 get paid. Work, 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 get paid. 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 Get paid. Get paid. Get paid. Get paid. So there's an investment up front with this, but isn't there an investment up front with every business? Doesn't matter what it is. If you've got a brick and mortar business, if you've got a service business, if you own, let's say you're starting a restaurant, man, there is no guarantee you're getting the money back. And the amount of money somebody has to invest to be able to start, again, any kind of, we'll call it traditional business, it's typically life savings. And when this person or people, group of people, investors or whatever, they put their money together and they everything's at risk. Because if you don't have the right product, if you don't have the right time, if you don't have the right location, because again, now we're talking about geography. That's one of the other beauties of this is you can literally do it from anywhere in the world with a cell phone. So it's simple in that way, but it takes a lot of work. But again, back to the traditional business, you could be in the wrong location. You could have a product that not everybody wants or needs. You could have a level of service that doesn't impress people and make them want to come back. You could have a product that when people utilize it, and again, we're talking about a restaurant, how many of us have had a bad meal at a restaurant? And if you're not on your game all the time, every single day of the year, day in and day out, then you're losing customers. So you may not succeed in that kind of a scenario. What I love about this, again, and I know we're talking about the myth of people at the top making the money, but it's that, again, you get out of it what you put into it. And there's nothing stopping anybody from being able to do something that I don't know anybody that hasn't started it part-time that doesn't work it part-time in addition to what they're doing until it starts to generate an income, take pressure off, maybe helps people get out of debt, pay off credit cards, pay off their cars. And then before you know it, the income is growing because you're focusing on what you want. You're focusing on the end result. You're focusing on your goal. When it grows over time, can it become something that somebody can benefit from in a lifestyle changing manner? Absolutely. Does that happen to everybody? Absolutely not. Is it easy? No. I'm here to tell you it's not easy. You got to work your tail off, but you have to do that with any business or any endeavor that's worthwhile. So I went way longer on that than I thought I would. So my apologies, but yeah. So
yeah, no, it's
all
good
right,
points, Guy. Good points.
I appreciate that. All right, so let's get to the last one here. Here's another one that I've heard, and we're going to have to keep it really to 3 tonight. And again, we'll do this again. These are great conversations. Right. The other one is that, and we kind of addressed a little bit of it in this second myth. So second myth is busted. Third myth is that it's a get rich quick scheme. So what are your thoughts on that, Dean?
That is one of the big ones that people look at this industry and go, oh, it's one of those. It's a get rich quick. And me coming from both the military and as a contractor owning my own business, I honestly don't believe in get rich quick. The reason being is the quicker you earn it, the quicker you can lose it. With my company, well, let's go back to the military. I had to gain rank through performance in the military. I had to prove myself capable to go work on a B-52 bomber. And once I was proficient, then I got a level bump, not a pay bump, but a level, responsibility. And then I got a rank promotion, which then I get a pay raise. But that was a consistent trial, to gain rank. Plumbing. I opened my plumbing company, and I was the guy at the top, and supposedly it's small business. So no, I didn't make all the money, but nobody was going to replace me there. But there was no get rich quick scheme. I had to work the business. I had to get out there and market it. I had to tell people I had a plumbing company. I had to share it with chambers and business groups and residents and businesses all over the Tampa area. And then I had to teach my plumbers how to hopefully market a little bit, but it took a lot of work to get where we got. Then I entered this industry. And that is the myth is, hey, it's a get rich quick. No, it takes the same dedication, part-time or not. And I was part-time when I started. I was working literally those 40 to 60 hours a week in plumbing, and I fit this in the schedule. And I was a single father for a lot of the time. And so when people tell me, oh, let's get rich quickly, I'm like, no, I've worked pretty hard to get where I'm at. I did what I needed to do. I love the fact you mentioned it earlier that to get rich in this industry, you know what you have to do as far as helping other people be successful? That's the blessing, is you don't make money in this business. You can sell products and make a retail commission. But if you're on the side that Ty and I are, where we're building a business out of this, I have to help people. I don't gain rank without helping people gain rank. So it's a true servant leader business. On one side, it's retail on the other. We just chose to do both. So no get rich quick here.
Boy, that's for sure. Yeah. It's, and I got to tell you, just to kind of share from the perspective of someone who's watched people just like you, Damon, grow tremendously. This is an industry and a process that forces people to get out of their comfort zone, to expand their comfort zone, to learn a new skill set, to invest in themselves, to invest in, and listen, investing in yourself can be time, it can be education, it can be, it can obviously be investing financially, which we all need to do into a business. I mean, this is a business. It's not a guarantee. It's not a job. There's no guaranteed check attached to it at all. But there are investments in going to events, for example. Speaking of which, we have one coming up in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, as we're doing this. Yeah, is going to be the first day of the event. So the official day is 2 weeks from tomorrow, which today's Thursday, the 10th, as we're filming this. But I just dated myself talking about filming, recording, but. But this is, I've heard it described this way, and it's so true. This is a personal growth program with a compensation plan attached to it. And while there are no guarantees, the way I've seen people grow and change and become not different people, but so much better of a version of themselves. And the way I've seen them grow, you use the perfect term there, Damon, servant leadership. The way I've seen people grow and into leadership roles, into servant leadership roles, where they're helping other people grow. There's an interesting part of this industry in that when you basically get lost in the success of your team, your success is going to happen. So if you focus on the success of others, your success is really kind of a natural byproduct when their success reaches a certain level. And that to me, I think, is probably one of the most rewarding things. Is you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And you're on a journey where you're locking arms with people, like-minded people who just want to go help other people. and they want to help them with products. They want to help them with their own level of success being elevated above where they are right now. So there are just so many positives that come from this industry that truly are life changing. Whether or not the check is life changing, the process is life changing, and I think that's one thing that really causes people to gravitate to and attach themselves to this industry, and again that process. So I hope that sheds some light on it.
Perfect.
Yeah. Any final thoughts, Dean?
Yeah, I'd like to close out for the people who are watching this that are considering ID Life or network marketing as a profession. I'm going to challenge you to actually try to find the people in this company that are the leaders in the company. Learn from the leaders, learn from the people that are doing it, that are where you want to be in the company, whether it's $100 a month or, life-changing income. Find those people. Because that's another thing I hear is I've never met anybody in network marketing that makes money. We're here. People are here. Talk to us. We'll tell you. We leave breadcrumbs. So that's my nugget for people that are tuning in to watch this and are considering it. It's a great way to supplement income. And if you love it enough, it's a great way to create a full-time income. Ty, thanks for having me on tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you, Damon. And, just to echo what you're saying, listen, whoever invited you to take a look at this, reach out to them. If there's curiosity, if you have questions, if you think, you know what, maybe I should take a closer look at this industry, reach out to them and just get more information. And listen, this is not for everybody, but you owe it to yourself to find out whether or not it is for you. And personally, I'll be more than happy to get on a phone call with you and have a conversation. And listen, I'm an open book. I try to be as transparent as I can be, the good, the bad, the ugly, and more than happy to answer any questions we can that anybody has. So appreciate you all taking time out to take a look at this. And Damon, I appreciate you being on and sharing some awesome wisdom and helping dispel. I think all three myths are busted. So
Busted.
I think we're good.